with Dancing with Ease, Body Brain Balance, and the Healing Path. I'm the founder of the Healing Path, and these are conversations with people who are on healing journeys. And the thing about the Healing Path is that there's a million paths to healing, and the healing is to our center, coming back to who we are, who we can be in the world, and being just calm and at ease with that. And it's a kind of long and winding road in my case, and it is an adventure. And everybody is on their own adventure, but each person can inspire somebody else with their journey, with the things they might have encountered and overcome. And today, my guest will be Nosheen Khan, and she will share a really wonderful and amazing story. I'm very excited about it. And the thing about my guests that come on here is that we all know healing happens, and we also know that it doesn't always look like we think it's going to look. And so one of the goals with sharing people's stories is that you can, by hearing somebody else's story, you can suddenly realize you're on a fantastic journey that perhaps you hadn't noticed before. And then you get to figure it out, and life is exciting. So let me bring Nosheen on, and she can tell you a little bit about her story.
Hi, Laura.
Hi there. I'm so glad that you could come and talk today and share your journey.
Thank you so
Because
much.
it's amazing.
The pleasure is mine.
So the first thing that really attracted me to you is that you had a good job upset, which many people have. And in this current world where people have been working at home and now they're thinking about going back to the office and they're not sure they love it or they want to go back, they can have this feeling of uncertainty. But when your job is downsized, I was in a university and they cut the program from a major to a minor, and then that was it.
That was it.
Redundant. I was redundant.
Been there, done that. Yes.
And so I think there's probably a lot of people who can understand this, whether it is a personal choice to leave something that was very secure, or a choice that's made for you. And that was one of the things about your story, is that the choice was made for you, but how you flipped that into kind of a life-changing opportunity. Now, trust me, I know it was not overnight.
Right.
So you need to tell people who you are, a little bit of who you are, and a little bit of your backstory.
Yes, thank you so much, Laura. So back in 2004, when working from home was not such a thing at all as it is right now or today. I mean, we all know that the world was supposed to end in 2020, but it didn't. So for me, it ended like almost in 2004 as well. And then I had, the dream job, corporate job, making a lot of money, bonuses, commissions, and doing good at what you're doing. I was like a very, fulfilling job for me. It was very exciting for me to know that, oh my God, I am so good at what I do. I took pride in it. And little did I know, actually, not in a million years, I would have thought that this is all temporary. I mean, in my opinion, like it was, or this is what we've heard too, like, you have degree, you start, a job, and then, you climb the corporate ladder. And that's what I was doing. So what happened was that due to my health reasons, my health started deteriorating. And then one fine morning, I received a call that, you know what, take care of your health, and we'll find somebody else.
Oh, wow.
And that was it. Here I was like, I don't know, irreplaceable, I thought, right? In my company, like my company will just not survive without me. And we all think like that. And when we have these big jobs, like, oh my God, if it wasn't, if it weren't up to me, this company would not be here where it is. Anyway, well, I was naive and I was only like, gosh, in my 20s. So um, I, for a few days, I did not even know what actually happened or what future looks like for me. And since I was in a lot of pain at that time, all I could think about was just how I'm going to get out of this pain. Um, but, the pain started to heal, and I was like, wait a minute, uh, what am I going to do now? It's not permanent, but I haven't healed permanently either. I mean, I still have, that backache issue, and I still cannot sit for longer period of time or stand for longer period of time or be in one position and or just walk. I just still cannot do that. But I was like, is there something that I can just do from my bed? Because I was bedridden back at that time, and I was like, let me just start typing, like how to work from bed or how to work from. I did not know the term work from home because, like I said, it was not the time that it was not even a phrase, and I did not know the word freelancing either. What freelancing was. I would have searched freelancing. I would have found something sooner, but I didn't know the word. So um whatever my job was, I was like trying to figure out how to do that without actually stepping into an office. So that is when, and it took me a while, it did. Um, that is when I started doing these small VA type jobs for others. I did free jobs too, just to kind of get my foot in the door. You see, offline, I had this big, huge title, right? People, and I had this experience, this resume that I could, but online, I was nobody. So online, nobody thought I was capable of doing anything, let alone these VA jobs or writing emails, right? So that is when I am so thankful to that professor. It was a professor from university who hired me as his VA. He was doing research for his book, and all I was doing was just copy pasting things in the spreadsheet, and that's it. And I was like, well, at least he gave me an opportunity, right? So far, nobody else was giving me any opportunity for me to, for me to prove myself that I am capable of doing something, right? And my only, I'm going to say limitation, and it was a big limitation, was that I could not go to an office and work. Otherwise, I could have gotten another big, huge title, but that was not the case for me. So that is when this gentleman trusted me with his work, and he agreed to pay me 33 cents an hour, and I agreed to pay for that much just because I wanted my foot in the door. And that was the start of me working online. Now, we're not talking like Stone Age, okay? Well, 33 cents would be, oh my God, a lot of money. I was making like 27 plus per hour in my corporate job. So there's no way that I would go back to like 33 cents, right? But I had done like free jobs too for others, just so that I could, prove myself that I can do stuff. um, this gentleman was kind enough to at least pay me a little bit of money, which was fine. That's all I needed. I just needed somebody that one person. I just needed that one person to trust me with it. And so that is how I started working from home, working online back in 2004.
It's a journey, and a friend of mine, she said a journey starts with one step, starts with the first step.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes we get pushed onto the road, and sometimes we move onto the road ourselves.
Yes.
Have you thought a little bit about how, in terms of your personal health, how running your own business has changed how your body is feeling and working, I mean, partly you can, like you said, like sitting too long is not good. So you can stand up, you can sit down, when you're working for yourself. But also there's a stress level that it's not like working for yourself is no stress.
Right. Right.
But at the
Um,
same time, it's not like the stress of,
a corporate job.
yeah, being at the door at 6 so that you can commute for an hour and a half. And
Yes. I am gonna say for the longest time, I did work out of my just my in my PJs. That's just, and it was true that people say like, you work with your PJs, and that's what I did. No matter where I was working. Just wherever people expected me, and they would expect me with a laptop and some wires that I had to, and where's the internet, and that's how it all started. And then, yes, I was thrown on to that road, and I had no idea. But you know what? Um, and I'm going to say it, not that I knew this at that time, because at that time I didn't. But one thing that I did realize that would help me is to be okay with new starts, just anything. And I was not that kind of person. I was like, okay, got married. Okay, bought my house. Okay, got my corporate job. Okay, had my kids. Okay, like it is totally okay to have a different start. It is totally okay to have multiple starts of something. And unless and until I started being okay with that, it- after that, things were not as bumpy, I'm going to say. And I told myself, and like I said, I felt very, very vulnerable. Even talking on the camera was like a big no-no. Talking on, just audio, big no-no. Speaking skills, none, like none. And pair that with your health, it's like confidence level 0. Okay. So, but when you tell yourself this is just yet another start, you dust yourself up, just start. And I've had failures, I've had rejections, I've had very embarrassing moments. But again, that was the start of something. So just be okay with multiple starts. Don't just say that this is it, and it's going to work, because chances are it may not work, and then that's going to hurt you.
it's the expectation. Sometimes it's the expectation, and if you can, for me, if I can just say, well, I wonder what's going to happen when I try this.
Right.
That's curiosity.
Yes.
And then in a way, every I believe everybody has opportunity,
Yes.
but I don't believe everybody is wired to see opportunity.
To grab them. Yeah.
And that takes, I wonder what that takes. Takes curiosity, optimism. Now suddenly I can't hear you. Uh-oh. We love technology. I can't. No, it's, oh, did you have on those wireless gizmos, right? I haven't tried those yet because
It's working.
yeah, there it came back.
I totally lost what I was going to say. This is again, an example of what can
No,
happen.
no, but it's perfect. Okay, so what we were talking about, and then this was an easy transition into um, where you are now in terms of helping people to automate and to use technology without fear. Okay, for me, the only way to use technology without fear is to assume that it's going to screw up.
Yes. Can't live with it, can't live without it. So just deal with it.
Well, and that it doesn't just screw up for me. It's not personal. It
Yeah.
screws up for
Yes. I
so
I remember when I could not do
see opportunity.
yes. So I remember when I did my first radio show. So I was afraid of, public speaking and all that. So I started a radio show. And then the very first time that I was doing it, I was talking to my audience saying, like, I thought I will choke. And guys, I have not choked. I am fine. And you guys may think that, I may have sweaty palms, which you cannot see, but I am fine. I am okay. Now I think I lost here. I think I lost her. But anyway, so um, taking technology for, I'm going to say,
Um, there we go. So I said technology will mess up for us. I had to say that out loud, didn't I? That it happens to everyone. It's not personal, and then the whole screen goes
yeah,
black. I do think
absolutely.
that
It
they
heard
listen to
you.
us. No.
Technology heard you, and technology did not like that. But anyway, yeah, that's what it is. Can't live with it, can't live without it. So just deal with it. That's what
Right,
happened
right. Well,
with
and for
me. Go ahead, please.
cool. No. What happened? Tell me what happened with you.
So what happened was one of these, businesses or launches that I've had. One of them was like the biggest fail. Like others may have failed, but not to that extent. One of them was the biggest fail. And it failed all because of technology, something that I could not figure out, something that nobody else can figure out. I spent, I don't know how many months trying to figure it out. And then I finally had to just let it go. And that's it. After that, what was going to happen was I was going to write a book on my launch, right? But the launch never happened. Or like it did happen, but it failed. Like nobody could access my offer. So after that, I started taking care of something like internally thinking like, what am I going to do next to avoid what I just had? Like this massive failure. Like, how am I going to avoid that? Right. And that is exactly what I started working on, just making sure. And it took me like good 8 months to learn, to build what I built for myself first, and then I offer it to others. But it was just because I failed so miserably at that launch. All that work, all that money, all that it had so much at stake, and I could not believe that it had happened. Like just a technology glitch would just throw it out. Like it was out the window. That's it. And my friends who knew some people or technical people, everybody tried to help. Oh my God, nothing happened. Like nothing fixed it. And I just had to let it go. And that is when, instead of writing my book on my launch, instead of, I'm going to say like working on my launch or my offer, I just totally started something totally brand new, which was the tool that I created just so that I don't have this big of an issue ever again.
So
And I
this
know
was, were you trying to patch things together, different types of software,
exactly,
and you needed
yes,
this one for something and a different piece of software for another
yes,
one? And yeah,
exactly. So
I have something like if
that's
people sign up somewhere, then there's a
right.
connecting bridge that puts
Yes,
their name in my email
yes,
list, and it.
That's what it was. That's what it was. So that's why I even tell people like stop duct taping your business together, because I was duct taping it and it didn't work. Like one part broke, but it broke the whole system. Like nothing else worked. And there was no point in everything else to be working because that main part was broken. And so the launch didn't happen and the book didn't happen. And then I started working on this just to avoid this issue. So now this business was kind of um, the need of the hour or the need of the time at that time. And I was like, you know what? If I could avoid tech overwhelm because of this, if I could stop the duct taping of the business together, I could just help everybody else do the same. So I'm on a mission to eliminate tech overwhelm for everybody. That's it. This is my mission now.
Well, no, it's awesome because it is a real thing in terms of how much time it takes
Oh, yes.
and how and like you want to do one thing and you think, okay, well, I just need to learn this one piece to do this thing.
Yes.
And you learn that piece and then you realize, well, to make this piece work, you have to learn 3 other pieces.
Yes.
And then suddenly you're spending all your time not in your zone of genius,
But
I
trying to
mean,
figure things out.
trying to figure things out. And and partly this is a trap for me because I like to figure things out. And I can figure things out most times. But if I'm not fast at it and it doesn't
Yeah.
make me happy,
Yeah.
why am I doing
It
it?
takes away your energy, then you don't have time to do the things that you love because you spent your energy and time on the things on trying to figure things out, which is pretty frustrating. You don't have money to pay the experts, but then you don't have like 2 3 years to get a degree in that tool to make it work for yourself.
Right.
It's just never ending. And that's exactly what I'm saying. When I started, it was just never ending. I was like, I'm going to make it simple. I'm going to eliminate tech overwhelm. Everything's going to be under one dashboard, one login. So we're not trying to log in. And then half the time we forget our logins for multiple tools, and or it doesn't, suspicious activity, and your account is locked up or whatever, right? Oh boy. So I was like, you know what? Forget everything else. Let's figure this out. Let's take care of this issue. And that's it. I kid you not. Whoever's listening, whoever's watching this, I do want you to take me up for this challenge. Um, let me eliminate your tech overwhelm. Let me just do that.
Well, see, that's like, oh man, how nice would my life be if I never had to worry about this stuff again?
There you go.
So, and what I'm thinking about for you is how your failure and your frustration you turned into an opportunity. And um, and I'm sort of, because we were going to talk, I was thinking, well, if I automated certain things, because I do like a lot of stuff by hand, because I'm kind of just old school, and in the instant, like, okay, so this is another thing that keeps people stuck is in the instant, it's easier for me to do things by hand, like to send you an email, to send somebody else an email, to follow up, because that's faster right away connecting with you than setting up some automated system. Because even in my email program, I have to go and read the tutorial every time I want to set up an email automation.
Yep.
Because I don't do it very often. So I can't remember it. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to send this myself. And which is kind of silly too. But so what kind of tips do you have for people who haven't done any automation yet and are getting ready to start? So I think like a tip is something that will help, and then this is an opportunity they might not have thought of.
I want to say that without even knowing it, we're all, tech resist. We all resist technology. We're tech resistant people without realizing it. So just know that because in our heads it's like IT related. Oh my God, that's me too. I don't have an IT degree at all. Like I'm a master's in English literature. That's like so not even close to technology. But if I can do it, anyone can. That's what I usually tell people. Because in my age, I can hate technology, fine. But young people, they should not hate it because that is life now. This is it. I mean, it's not, it's a need of the hour, need of the time, technology. So the tips that I have for anyone who's technology resistant or who want to just put in a little bit of, a few steps to kind of automate and make their life easy in the sense that it'll save you time, it'll save you energy, and it'll do things faster without errors as well, because, we're all humans and we make mistakes anyway. So the first thing that I usually tell people is try tagging or segmenting your leads or your prospects, just so that you're not scratching your head like, how do I know this person? How does this person come into my pipeline? Like, we don't know other than their names, and that does not tell us anything, right? I suggest tagging anything that would make sense to you. That is called lead management, I'm going to say. Just tag them without worrying if you have something to offer to them right now or not. Still tag them. Later on, you would do so much with this tagging capability. That's one tip. And I just needed to come and make sure that I'm connected.
Yeah, you can.
The other thing that I tell everybody is it's social media age, right? Everybody's supposed to be on social media, and you may not believe this. I don't like spending time on social media. I don't. Although my business is online, my business is the internet, right? I'm not on social media. It is impossible to reach everybody, not reach, like respond to everybody who's talking to you via social media. So I say automate that part as well. Get one, the way I do it in my own system, and it's like one inbox. No matter if somebody calls you, texts you, DMs you, chats with you, email you, they all come under one inbox. So, and that too, I don't check it myself. I have my VA do it. The very important ones, yes, I'll respond to them myself, but everything else, my VA does it from her own inbox. That's it. And nobody else gets to see this. Nobody. They're still getting a response from, where they came from, right? Without even them knowing this. It is not possible for us to just be on all these social media platforms trying to respond to everybody. It is just not possible. We go insane. So that is the second thing that I really would want everybody to, I say protect your sanity, because this will make you insane if you're going to even try to do this. And everybody, we've all tried to do this. I have tried to do this too. Not anymore. I just don't. It's one inbox, one place where everything comes in, and I even choose to respond to some and respond to not respond to some, right? Because who knows out of all these DMs which message is a priority and which one isn't, right? But when it's like one place you get to see them all, you know which one is a priority and which one isn't. So I suggest doing this ASAP.
So then, like, if all your, like, so that would be all your Facebook direct messages come in there,
Yes.
all your
Yes.
LinkedIn messages come in there,
Instagram
all
messages,
Instagram. Oh wow,
DMs,
email.
emails, text messages as well.
Really, from your
Yes.
phone.
Yes. Yes.
And
So text
okay,
message, it's all
now
one dashboard.
we have to talk. No,
Okay.
I have a beautiful client,
Okay.
and she's working multiple jobs. And so she's doing really important stuff in text.
Okay.
And it's so easy to lose.
Oh, yeah. Yes. All she got to do is tag them accordingly and just keep it under one screen, one dashboard. That's it. And did I lose you again? Technology. This is so funny today. And this has never happened to me like this before. And I'm sure it hasn't happened to you either. But today is just not our day with technology. I'm not even sure if it's just me online or if I'm even online. I think.
No, seriously. Guys, seriously.
I know.
Here's what, at my house, I'm about to switch internet companies, and I think my internet knows it.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah, but I was saying, yes, she could totally
okay.
do
So,
this.
wow, that would be so cool. And then when I respond to her from that inbox, from the text inbox, she thinks I texted her back. And so I can type fast, like on the keyboard,
There you
instead
go.
of tiny.
Yes. Yes. Totally.
So that would save time.
That would
Totally
save
save
a
time.
ton of time. And then you don't even have to do this if you're somebody who receives, I don't know, thousands of messages, because usually we don't, right? So it's manageable. But if you're somebody who receives a lot, then just segment them again and have a
Ah.
VA do it. Did I lose you again?
So that was 2 tips. What's
Yes.
number 3?
So the number 3 would be chat feature. Something, I mean, it doesn't need to be like a very fancy tech, you know, high tech chat, but just anybody who wants to just send you a text or should not have to reveal their phone number and still get a hold of you. And that's it. So it's like they don't know your email, you don't know their email, they don't know your phone number, you don't know their phone number, but they still have a question. Maybe, I mean, that's how we get opportunities too, because let's make sure that we don't miss out on those. So that is again something that is so easy to implement and so all like dirt cheap, like super cheap. Um, that would just bring in more opportunities and not miss out on opportunities for you. So those are like the 3 biggest one. Everything else is like connected to the rest of the things, which again, when you look at it in the whole, it saves a ton of time and a ton of money because we have these paid tools, right? For example, I'll give you this other example or other tip would be the automated scheduling, right? So you don't need to worry about confirmation. Oh, did I send the confirmation? Did I send them a reminder? Are they able to cancel themselves? Are they able to reschedule themselves? What are some tips? Like, when should I send a text reminder? When should it be an email? These are things that when you have appointments back and forth, like 3 appointments a day, that takes up a lot of your time to kind of make sure that everything's running smoothly. So you can totally automate that. Plus, when you're scheduling, this is the best part. You can have as many calendars as you choose. For example, with me, I have collaborate with Nosheen, or I have a demo session with Nosheen, or I have podcast podcast guests with Nosheen. Others don't know that I have just one place. I have one place where all of this, they don't get to see the other calendar slots at all. But I am more in charge. I don't do Monday meetings at all. That's my strategy day. usually don't do Friday, but since I have this goal of appearing in 100 podcasts, so that is Friday. I'm gonna leave open for that. I am in charge rather than, oh my God, somebody just schedule an appointment and now I have to make sure that I'm there for them. That's, again, it'll save a ton of your time and energy. So those are very basic stuff that almost everybody needs, right? These are just a requirement of any business. But if automated, you don't need a VA. Everything's taken care of. Just automation.
So if people want to find out about that, they can go to this link that says easysalesautomation.com/beta, right?
Yes. So remember the words: easy, sales, and then automation. I mean, that's just what we want in our business, okay? We want it to be easy so we can have more sales by automation. And when you go to the /beta, that means you are going to be entering into beta membership. They get all the features, but at a price that will not be available to anybody else.
Awesome. So you thought about all the things you wanted.
Yes.
But did you write the code for the calendar, or did you find partners and people to help you build this?
Very, very good question. I was the kind of person who wanted to do stuff herself, and it didn't get me anywhere. And then, then I learned this lesson the hard way, that find partners or find like-minded people, right? Or leverage knowledge of others, and that is what I did. I still don't know a lot of things. I don't, right? This would not have been possible if I had not, one, asked dumb, stupid questions. Okay, if it wasn't for that, I would not be, this would not have been founded. Two, with the help of them, they were good at what they do. I asked questions. I wanted them to help me. I would tell them what to do. They would tell me this is how we do it. I would make them do it. So I did not code. Like I said, I am very dumb. Okay, I'm not a very smart person, but I leveraged smart people's knowledge.
Probably you are smart. We are all smart in some ways, and we are all dumb in other ways.
Oh yeah, I've been told I'm not a winner in so many ways. But yeah, and you cannot be everybody's cup of tea. It's just not possible. So just be okay with it, and you just go do you. I mean, this is me. If you don't, it's not like, oh my God, I didn't have a degree in technology. I cannot have this SaaS business, right? Oh my God, I didn't know how to do this, and I cannot have an online business. It's not possible. It is so not possible. Remember, it's the internet. Oh my God, the opportunities are just endless. Like, sky is the limit. And if I can do it, anybody can. I know that for sure.
Right. And so I think people just need to start. They need to have let me start and see what happens.
Yes.
Because until you start, I mean, you wouldn't be here if you hadn't done your other project and had it all fall apart.
Absolutely.
If that hadn't happened,
Absolutely.
you wouldn't be here doing this that you're doing now.
For sure.
So people to
Did I lose her again?
dancingwitheast.com joined.
too ridiculous. Too ridiculous.
Today is just, yeah, that's fine. We're laughing at it. So
That's all we can do. But like I was saying is if you hadn't started something, which was your other first business, and it hadn't failed, you wouldn't have started this. And so one of the things you said over and over, which I think is really, really important for people to remember, is don't worry about the failures. just
It is going to
keep
turn
going.
out to be something beautiful. It is. I am a living example of that. It is going to turn out to be something so beautiful. So fail fast.
And so, you know, start, because when you, I know it's Mike going to do it again, but we might have to figure out how to, whatever you want to say for closing before it goes away again. Because I'm really going to,
Absolutely, absolutely. No, thank you so much for your time.
Mike.
I really appreciate this opportunity. And for people, I have this challenge, 100 podcast guests. So let's see where that goes. It's just a little challenge that I just keep doing these silly things. I'm going to call them silly, like 100 radio shows, 100 YouTube videos, 100 live streams, and now 100 podcasts. I've done podcasts as a host, but not as a guest. So, and this is just yet another little challenge for myself. But do take me up on this challenge, the easysalesautomation.com/beta. I am on a mission to eliminate tech overwhelm from anybody who's willing to do an online business and is unable to figure things out. You don't need to figure it out. You don't need a degree. Just try me. Just reach out to me. I will see what I will do, whatever I can in my capacity. And I guarantee you, like after I set everything up for you, you're not going to believe that, oh my God, you waited this long for what? But try that.
Awesome. And
thank you.
The fun thing is your kind of unstoppable spirit.
Oh, thank you.
And that, I think, is encouraging to everybody. I mean, like when you started in 2004, you did not ever think you would create some software as a service.
I did not even know the word freelancing at that time. So I couldn't get the opportunities of freelancing opportunities because I didn't know the word. And online was not a a thing at that time. After that, UpWork came into existence. It was Odesk back in then. And I think that opportunity led to me being a founding member of Odesk, or UpWork, formerly Odesk. So yeah, never underestimate the power of an opportunity. Never. I am living proof. You're just gonna grow big, do bigger things. Just don't think an opportunity is just insignificant. It's not. It's not.
Even a person you meet in a group. We met in a group.
Yes.
And it's, who knows what will grow out of this.
Absolutely.
And so opportunities are like finding a penny on the ground.
Yes.
And you don't know what it's going to be. You know, you think, oh, well, that's just a penny. I'm going to walk right by it. But maybe where I live, we have these wheat pennies. They're from 1944. They're like worth a lot of money because they have these pretty wheat things on them, and they don't make them anymore.
Oh, wow.
So whenever you see a penny, it might be one of those pennies that's worth something. But whenever you meet a new person, you don't know what possibility for partnership there is.
Absolutely.
Down the road, that person might have the skills you need for a new project.
Absolutely.
And you know, when my job disappeared, you know, people said, "Oh, well, you're so talented, you can do so many things." And I was like so angry, and I'm like, man, I wanted to do this. You know, I don't want to do all these other things I can do. And I was pretty unhappy.
There you go.
Feeling pushed into my other things I could do. And
we need to say goodbye. That's what the internet wants from us. We just need to say goodbye.
dancingwithease.com joined.
craziness. So now now we're going to say thank you so much. And for being inspiring, for keeping working, for making magical things. And I can't wait to go check out your
Thank
easy
you.
sales.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lorna. It was an opportunity. I really appreciate this and the connection that I made, a friend that I made through this connection, through this podcast. Really appreciate this. And, who knows where this will take us.
Great. And
All right.
I will thank you again and see you online.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.